I am a noob with a camera, but I have a great DSLR Nikon D5600. I wish I knew how to use it better but haven't had the time to take a right class for it, and YouTubing it is difficult on a good day, so here are some macro dark shots I took of swatches of nail polish for a company I swatch for. Just because I think it helps to see where this fits in my collection, here's my progression of lens buying. Camera. D70,000 first lens. 18-200mm, a jack of all trades but master of none. My most used lens, but wanted something faster that could do shallow DOF at closer distances. Second lens. 50mm 1.8D. Figured I could take advantage of the D7000 being able to use this cheaper non-G lens. Also, due to having a manual aperture ring, allowed me to use it with basic macro tubes. While I got decent results with the macro tubes, they were clunky to use and were prone to ghosting if the sun caught them the wrong way. Also, while it did the job for good indoor low-light performance at f1.8, I often found 50mm a bit too tight on my DX body. Third lens. I was between the 35mm 1.8G and this 40mm 2.8G. I went with this one and I am glad I did. While it's not going to come close to a 105mm VR, if I could afford one now, for insect photography, it's functional in this task as long as the subject isn't super jittery. While everyone says you wind up using manual focus, camera moving for macro, being able to let the AF get you close before fine-tuning in manual was a huge help for things like butterflies when they might only be in one spot for a few seconds, when compared to non-electronic macro tubes. For a sample of such shots, I have a few in the customer images. For non-macro work, I feel that this can do 90% of the same things the 35mm 1.8 could have, and for those situations where I need that extra one stop more light, shallower DOF, I have my 50mm 1.8. And truth be told, the D7000 does so well at high ISO. I can often compensate by upping that and still be happy with the results. Within a year or two I fully intend to own a 105mm 2.8 VR macro. But this lens was a great way to stave off that craving for under $300 instead of spending $900. And even once I own the 105, I don't see this lens going anywhere. It's great for larger objects like flowers or product shots, as well as its general prime use, and much easier to carry than a 105. It's cheap. It's plastic. It's made in China. It gets in its own way when using as a macro, but it takes killer photos. I purchased this at the local camera store. I have to say, for the price this lens is great. I have it mounted on a Nikon D7000 and have produced some stunning macro shots. I can't believe the clarity with the lens only inches away from the subject. Also takes great portrait and landscape shots. I am well pleased with this recent offering from Nikon. They truly make great lenses. Love this. It is my first micro lens, on my first camera that I just bought a week ago, and it is so satisfying to use. I don't use the autofocus, it seems to work, though. At first I wasn't too satisfied with how micro my photos were getting, but after pairing with an extension tube I am having so much fun taking pictures of everything. Just as good as buying at the Nikon shop and saved a few bucks. Good lens, excellent price, and takes clear pictures. I can capture even the smallest insect crawling on the flowers. Fantastic. Okay, this is a great lens. If you want to shoot macro, not super macro but nice macro flowers, bugs, rocks, bud, products and even some portraits, this lens rocks. I'm a noob with a DSLR but not a noob to art and I like it. Added a few shots. Click link in description for more reviews.